The Battle of the Persian Gate in 330 BC was a pivotal and dramatic episode during Alexander the Great's conquest of the Persian Empire. This strategic engagement highlighted Alexander's adaptability and perseverance as he faced a formidable challenge in the rugged terrain of the Persian Gates, a mountain pass in the Zagros Mountains. Part 1. The Persian Resistance. After their decisive victory at Gaugamela, Alexander and his army continued their pursuit of Darius II, aiming to capture the Persian heartland. As they approached the Persian Gates, they encountered a fierce resistance led by the Persian satrap Ariobarzanes. The narrow and steep terrain of the pass provided a perfect defensive position for the Persians, who were well prepared to halt the Macedonian advance. Part 2. The Ambush at the Gates. Ariobarzanes and his troops set up an ambush, leveraging the natural bottleneck of the pass. As Alexander's army began to move through the narrow defile, they were suddenly attacked from above. Rocks and arrows rained down on the Macedonian soldiers, causing chaos and inflicting heavy casualties. The surprise attack halted Alexander's advance and put his forces in a perilous situation. Part 3. The Stalemate. For several days, Alexander's army was stuck in a stalemate. The narrow pass prevented any effective maneuvering, and the Persians continued to hold their advantageous position. Alexander's troops were frustrated and demoralized, and supplies began to run low. The harsh winter conditions in the mountains added to their difficulties, threatening the success of the campaign. Part 4. Alexander's strategic decision. Recognizing the need for a new strategy, Alexander decided to send a small, elite force under the command of his trusted general, Philotas, to find a way around the Persian position. This force would seek an alternate route to outflank the Persians and attack from behind, while Alexander kept the main force engaged at the front. Part 5. The Flanking Maneuver. Philotas and his men navigated the treacherous terrain, enduring harsh weather and difficult conditions. After days of arduous travel, they successfully found a narrow path that led them behind the Persian defenses. This maneuver required incredible perseverance and skill, as the soldiers had to remain undetected while traversing the rugged landscape. Part 6. The Surprise Attack. At dawn, Philotas and his force launched a surprise attack on the Persians from the rear. The sudden assault threw Ariobarzanes' troops into disarray, disrupting their defensive position. Simultaneously, Alexander led a renewed assault from the front, capitalizing on the confusion and breaking through the Persian lines. Part 7. The Fierce Combat. The battle quickly escalated into fierce close-quarters combat. The Macedonian phalanx advanced steadily, while the Persian defenders fought desperately to hold their ground. The narrow confines of the pass intensified the brutality of the battle, with soldiers fighting hand-to-hand amid the rocky terrain. Part 8. The Collapse of Persian Defenses. The combined assault from both fronts proved too much for the Persian defenders. Under the relentless pressure, their lines began to collapse. Ariobarzanes and his men fought valiantly, but were ultimately overwhelmed by the coordinated attack of Alexander's forces. Part 9. The Aftermath. With the Persian defenses broken, the remaining troops fled or were captured. The path through the Persian Gates was now open, allowing Alexander's army to advance into the heart of Persia. The victory at the Persian Gate was a testament to Alexander's strategic brilliance and the resilience of his soldiers. Part 10. The Significance of the Victory. The Battle of the Persian Gate demonstrated Alexander's ability to adapt to challenging circumstances and overcome formidable obstacles. It underscored his tactical flexibility and the determination of his troops. This victory paved the way for the capture of Persepolis, the ceremonial capital of the Persian Empire, and further solidified Alexander's reputation as one of history's greatest military leaders.